Hello and welcome to this video. We're going to be talking about equations of parallel and perpendicular lines, and this aligns with IXL Geometry E6. Let's get started. So in order to write the equation of a line, we need two important things. We need the slope, and we need at least 1 point on the line. Now remember, the slope is the change in y, or how much it goes up or down, divided by the change in x, how much it goes left or right. And when I say a point on the line, I mean a coordinate point that happens to be on the line. It doesn't have to be in the middle or in the end. It can be anywhere on the line. So we need those two pieces. Once we have the slope in at least 1 point, we can write the equation of any line using the point-slope form of an equation, which is written right here. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. Now keep in mind m is the slope, and x1, y1 are the coordinates of that point that we need to know. And just a note, the point-slope form of the equation is really just the slope formula rewritten for a different variable. So keep in mind that there are actually three forms of an equation, and you may have to change from one to another. So you've got the slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. You've got the point-slope form, which is you have the slope and then given a point. And then you've got the standard form, which looks like this, where a, b, and c are whole numbers. So we're going to have to change between each of the different forms. Let's try a practice equation. This one says, what is the slope of the line given by the equation below? Now this is written in standard form, so the slope is not obvious. I would like to get it into slope-intercept form, like this. So I want to solve for y. I want to try and get this y by itself. So let's do it. First, I'm going to just go ahead and rewrite it. 4x minus 2y equals 10. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move the 4x to the other side. Now when I move it, I have to subtract, because 4x minus 4x will cancel, and over here the 10 will not mix with the 4x. I know I put it underneath, but they don't mix together, because they are unlike terms. So this becomes negative 4x plus 10. The reason I put a plus there is because this 10 from the beginning is positive. So now I want to get the y by itself. It's not quite by itself. So I'm going to divide by negative 2. And so whatever that number is, you're going to divide by. And I have to divide both of these pieces over here by negative 2. I'm dividing everything by negative 2. So this will bring me to y by itself equals negative 4 divided by negative 2 is positive 2. And positive 10 divided by negative 2 is negative 5. So that's going to give us 2x minus 5. Now it's clear that our slope is going to be 2. Alright, in this question it says, what is the equation of the line with slope? Negative 3 over 2 that passes through the point 4 over 3. Write your answer in slope-intercept form. So we got to use the point-slope form equation, which let me rewrite that. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And then we're going to have to change it to slope-intercept form. And remember that slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. So let's start by using point-slope form to find the equation. So this is going to be my x1, y1, and this is going to be my m. I can put it together in my equation. Y minus y1 is 3 equals m is negative 3 over 2 times x minus 4. So you'll notice that the y and the x are not substituted for numbers. They just stay as is, okay? And that happens every time. Now I'm going to distribute this to both terms. Distribute means to multiply by both of them. So on the left I still have y minus 3. Then I'll have negative 3 over 2x. Then negative 3 over 2 times negative 4 is actually positive 6. Lastly, I just need to add 3. And I don't add 3 to negative 3 over 2x. I don't add it there. I add it to the 6. So let me do that. Plus 6. And the reason is because those are like terms. So we'll cancel. And I get y equals negative 3 over 2 x plus 9. And that is my final answer. Okay, in this one, it's very similar to the last one, but now we're given the equation, we have to find the slope from the equation. It says to write the equation of the line perpendicular, that's another added piece, to this equation, y minus 1 equals 5 times x minus 2. It also passes through this point, and then we got to write our answer actually in point slope form. So let's do it. First, let's find the slope that's perpendicular. The original equation, remember, point slope form was y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So that number in front of the parentheses is my slope. So in this case, it's 5. So if the original slope is 5, that means the perpendicular slope is going to have to be negative 1 over 5. And then I've got my point here, x1, y1, and I can put it together just like the last question and get my equation. So let's do it. Y minus y1 is 3 equals, my slope is negative 1 over 5. It's not the same as the original, it's the perpendicular. And then I got to multiply by x minus my x1. Well, that's negative. So minus 2 actually turns to positive 2. And I don't have to change it to slope-intercept form. It's just asked for point slope form. So here I'm done. And that's it. So go ahead now and try some practice on your own.